If you don't know, recently a person came out.
Keemstar.
That's me, Mr. President.
Dead.
Pyrocynical.
First, we
Hi everybody. Sorry, there's a bit of a delay here actually because I'm doing something real quick and Discord is not working with me right now. Let me see if this works. Hold on, give me a second. Yes, everybody, please. Yeah, I'm dying. There's supposed to be a special surprise today, and apparently the pictures I sent were all in white. And so I am going to have to troubleshoot for like the next few minutes to figure out how this thing works. But like, this pisses me off more than anything else. Anyway, hi everybody. Yeah, today's gonna be a right stream. It's not gonna be. As I was saying, I was gonna decide like on a writing subject between a poll that I set up earlier today, and like we reach a tie. We reach an uncertain equilibrium. So what I expected to do is to have a little tiebreaker, and that tiebreaker, as you can see, is in the title, the Wheel of Fate. Now, what is the Wheel of Fate? The Wheel of Fate is yeah, basically the Wheel of Fate is that we're just gonna use online wheel. Oh, okay, yeah, okay. This is weird. Why is it doing this now? Sorry, give me a second. Yes, I need to set up reactive pictures. Basically, I've been doing a bit of doodling on the side. I took my dad's character, I took Pop's character art, and then I managed to modify it so that it now had expressions and could be seen properly. However, Discord unfortunately doesn't seem to give me the correct pictures, and as the result, how do you say? They're not showing up properly. They're giving me white screens right now. So as much as I like to say I want to talk and be more expressive, I can't exactly do that when I'm actually doing. Yeah, I can't actually do that when I'm just like suffering. Yes, I think the very prompt and abject word is suffering. Yes, I am suffering. Just give me a while to figure out how to delete this white background because holy moly, it's annoying. I don't know why it does this. I've been using Procreate for Photoshop for like the longest time. I do not know why it does this randomly. It kind of pisses me off. Yeah, it kind of pisses me off. So basically, anyway, yeah, I've just started doing stuff. And how is everyone's day? Now that I'm just trying to troubleshoot, how's everyone? Is every one of you good? It's Christmas Day. What do you guys get? I'm very curious. Okay. Doesn't allow me to delete this. Okay, that's cool. So yes. Anyway, yeah. Okay, game seems to be dying. So anyway, I think I'll just move the stream a bit to the Wheel of Fate because I don't want to keep you guys too occupied. And in the result, I think I can just show you like a resketching. Hold on. So yeah, I hope you guys like the new background. I've been influenced to be a bit more. I don't know how you can say. I can be a bit more active, I guess. The background looks more livelier, not the same screenshot of that XCOM 2 thing. So yeah, I'm just gonna do this real quick. So yeah, as you can see here, this is my new face, or at least just the same face but thicker outlines. And yeah, I'm gonna be playing Cryo Chamber in the background. So basically, what I wanted to do is just you use this expression, and yeah. So right now, I think I'll just use the chibi in the meantime. I don't need to worry about this. I think maybe next week I'll try and get this sorted out because these images are huge. These images are big. So without further ado, yeah, let's jump right into it, right? Will we? I just need to save this real quick. Okay, just need to save this real quick, and then I will jump back to you guys. I'm so sorry, this is a bit of a scuff stream, just like how Miori's stream was scuff. I'm scuffing it up big time because I am an indubitable dumbass. Okay, character face 1, override. So as you can see here, there's not much differences except now I have an open mouth. Every outline has been cleaned up. Colors that have bled out are now kind of missing. The outline sticker looks much neater, I guess. It's not to say the original artwork wasn't neat already, but I just decided to like, okay, you know what, let's just... And then I have a fang. I didn't know how to do my actual fang in real life because surprisingly I have one. Hold on. Yeah, I have one in the background. So yeah, there it is. So this will be the picture that I'll be using from now onwards for until I could get a live 2D up as my talking image. I guess it suits. It's fine. It's not too bad. It's a marked improvement definitely. So yeah, expect this. What am I gonna do? Right. There you go. Hi everybody. Welcome to toolsunite.com. This is gonna be how we decide what to do for today. Yes, if you can't see it, I apologize because I've also changed around the screen. Also, something just went wrong with the clock. There it is. Okay, the clock is there now. Here it is. So basically, yes, we have around 6 categories today to do. And as usual, around 1 hour or so to just finish this up, yeah. And I'm playing just CryJamer's music in the background. Hold on, I actually forgot to do something. So yes, Sheng, I also did see you. I'm sorry, my brain is on hyperdrive because I'm still, yeah. So what I did just now, I was watching Mana stream. I was on the bed, busy just like doing stuff. So yeah, I just need to do things real quick, and you should be able. You might see me on Discord now. Hold on, give me a second. So basically, the Wheel of Fate was something I came out with on the go as like a random thing to do. Yeah, why not? It's like, okay, you know what? Let's just have some fun. Because I didn't want to exactly determine on anything. I just wanted to like have a free for all thing. And so, while not exactly something I picked out, what I did was basically found 6 subjects and whatnot, and then I just dumped them into a single category, and the wheel would decide what I will write for the next hour or so. And there are a few limits I gave myself in the meantime, because it's not a project like the Dusty Goliath. It's on the things, and if we get to it, we will get to how do you say it? We will write it as usual, but however, okay, my brain is just farting right now. It's farting so hard that if you can see me fart, you can actually see it in the background. Okay, TMI. Okay, I'm sorry, everybody. I'm sorry. I don't know. I'm just a bit weird, as usual, but it's fine. Anyway, I will just get to the wheel, and then we will decide what to write. Isn't that exciting? I will not be responsible for what I'm doing, but I'm just going to actually let myself do whatever. Alright, there you go, done. Okay, no more. Let's not screw around. Let's get straight to the Wheel of Fate. Now, as you can see here, I've kind of lost everyone already. It's fine. So I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop. What I'm gonna do. Alright, so now, as you can see on the wheel, we have the Dusty Goliath. So it's gonna be one of the stories. And the other one is the Kaiju story. I've loved Kaiju stuff. And then, yeah. And then another one will be a romance story. I do not know how to write romance. I'm terrible love writer. And God help you all if you read my stuff on romance, because I cannot do that. It's bad. The next one is a horror story. I guess I'm adept at doing this. I wouldn't say so. The other one is a crack story. This will just use anyone basically, and you'll come up with the most stupidest ideas on the planet. It doesn't mean it's gonna be constrained by reality. And then what else? And then there's gonna be poems. So yes, I have real life experience writing poems, but very limited because they're not like technically what I write in the meantime. And then there's gonna be a 1-act play. Now, a 1-act play is interesting because, how do I say? Yeah, basically it's one play, but I can get to write it in 3 sections. And the most important thing that I've noted for myself today is that, like, outside of the Dusty Goliath, I don't have to finish any of these. Especially in 1-act play, because a 1-act play takes around like a week to actually do. So yes, I'm not gonna beat around the bush because I think I've lost everyone's attention. So what I will do now is click the wheel. A horror story. All right. So, hold on. I gotta show everyone here my Christmas gift. You like that? That's a harmonica. I can't do silent harmonica. All right. So, let's see. Today's theme is horror story. So we're gonna leave it here as the header. Team is gonna be a horror story. So, it's harmonica boy. You like that, huh? It's good. It sounds good. On this harmonica, it's written Hochner International, so that's how you know it's good. If you hear some sounds in the background, there's gonna be some random things from the guy in the house he's watching. What am I writing for? Basically, as you can see on the stream, I am writing for nothing really. I just write for fun. It's yeah, I just write for fun. So yeah, so I've spun a wheel just now, and the wheel has said that we will do a horror story. So we're gonna do a horror story, but the thing is, it's gonna be ad hoc. So I'm gonna spend some time thinking about what. Okay, I'll give myself 1 minute, and then I'll just start writing. I have to let the words flow, otherwise I'll just go bye bye. Okay, so for a horror story, I can always go for ghosts. Ghosts would be nice. Does everyone has any real life experiences with ghosts? That'd be interesting to know, actually. Alright, let me just think. I could try about ghosts, but the thing about horror is that it's subjective. When you write about horror, it doesn't even have to be like paranormal activity. Doesn't even need to be monsters. Actually, it can just be normal stuff. The horror story can even come from an office environment. That does seem interesting, isn't it? Just writing about a horror story based in an office where you're just working. I think that would be. Yeah, jump scare would be one. That is a jump scare. My harmonica is a jump scare. So, let me see if we can do jump scares. Alright, now it's 2:50, right? Alright, let's just get into the news. Let me see. Let's come up with something a little bit ad hoc, shall we? Let's go for a forest story. Let's go for a hunter. I'm feeling something like, yeah, jump scares, but when they go. His eyes track the deer like a laser beam. Miller aimed. His hands were firmly gripped around his life. Okay, so the idea of this story is that how do I say it really? It's going to be based around Wendigos. I guess you can say Wendigos is one thing, but yeah, Wendigos is gonna be one. Okay, so the thing about Hunter is that I'm building off my own ideas of, you know, I don't know how you say it. My I had stories of grandfathers being hunters, right? They hunted pigs. And I'm just channeling that right now. Okay, let's just cut this out. His clear sky. Baby blues, blue sky his blue eyes track the deer from. Almost as if they were frozen to its wooden handle, like the yeah, like the handle of what? Like say handle of a rifle. I'm thinking of a sporting rifle. Thanks to the weather, the icy weather that permeated this part of. What is a cold place actually? Now let me think about it real fast. What do you think is a cold place in America? Coldest place in America? Because I'm gonna go back to America because this is where usually when he goes in America. So Wendigos are very interesting for me. Me and my friend were talking about it, and I was like talking about how the sound sounds scary as hell and whatnot. And the idea of a Wendigo is also fascinating because it's a cannibalistic entity, a supernatural thing, basically. And I think it's also inspired how I write some stuff as well. So yeah. So, like they say here in Wikipedia, in some indigenous communities, environmental destruction and insatiable greeds are also seen as a manifestation of Wendigo psychosis, along with cannibalism and intense craving for human flesh. So yeah. So let me just see here. So there's a number of Native American. Oh, that would be good actually. Something more latest about like how about the corona, about how a person with paranoia. Yeah, it would be good actually if I write about that. Unfortunately, I'm not so sure whether people be more receptive to it. I guess you can say that maybe we can combine that with today's atmosphere where the Wendigo is surprised and scared of corona. The hunter has one, and then yeah, let's try that. Even the monster is scared by the virus. It's part of Canada at this time of year in Canada. He's trying to keep his to keep the urge, the large. Okay, the thing is, I don't know how to move forward. Like, think about it that way. They permitted this time of year in Canada. His lungs felt like coughing up more phlegm. I don't know how to spell phlegm. Is this how you spell phlegm? Let air suck. The air suck in. Took a deep, silent breath and fought against his body's instincts. Out here in the wild. Okay, let's try your idea actually. It might be interesting. Out here in the wild, free from the constraints of society, franchises of his hometown, stricken hometown. He need not to worry about infecting anyone else with his malignant disease. He had, as far as he could remember, Miller only had 2 outings. His was about 3 times. Maybe we don't keep it to corona. Maybe we just keep it to like just a normal disease. I think that would be a bit more general, make it a lot more once about 4 times this month. Two of these trips were for forest. Main point is the person with paranoia symptoms. Yeah, I guess you can just say that. And then like I want the forest spirit to come by and say like how this person with his man sickness Yes. Yeah. These into the tall woods behind his small cabin. Yeah, no problem, no problem. Hunting ships to ease the boredom of living a slow world that had long slowed down since the outbreak. The two he knew woods well, but some yes, wasn't just known, simply known as having been his expect his hunting dragon brimming had spelled out hunting guide in large stylized letters stitched together, brimming with self-stitched. Yeah, let's try this. This would be interesting. I knew that this part of town wouldn't be found. The other two trips were spent loitering around the local diner, sharing a drink with a friend of his. Alright, let's try this. Even let's just try and separate these paragraphs. Late. Let's try this. Let's add an element of tragedy. Even as his attention was solely on the large that was quietly grazing on the underbrush, he could not help but subconscious drift away into feeling down of the poor man, of that poor friend of his. Let's call it Onta. Give me a second. Yes, I need to do something. Well, if you have any suggestions to make, that would be nice actually, because I'm curious to see how anyone would like draw these. How to write this? The Z's. Even with masses, he did as though he had done all he could to prevent the sickness from reaching him, even his business for last few months, and eyeing all of his strange with suddenly twitchy neighbors carefully from the confines of his home. Yeah, I think that would do. Please don't tell me if you can't read the text here, because it may be a little hard with the new screen that I'm doing. Basically, the explanation for this new setup is so that well, everyone could have an easier time looking at me, and so that the text box you see right here wouldn't be blocked off by the screen. Yeah. Right now, I think you guys can see everything here, so that's good. If there's any problem with the setup right now, please do let me know. Yeah. Yes, thank you, Edon Shoto. Thanks for the involvement though. Quite curious to see any people dropping by actually. Danny, why'd you run away from her? Where there was some kind of odd friendship. Yeah. Communalism? No, not communism. Let's see. No, not communists. They're not communists. There are no communists in Canada. What are you talking about? No. It was now had been slammed shut by the pandemic affecting the world. So guys, though nobody had yet died of the disease in the valley, Miller had been fed so much news from his aging television set, how it causing havoc on the world at large. Americans next door. It all boiled down to their neighbor. Geographical neighbors. All outside and preferred solitude of the forest. Okay. Had been a while. Okay, this is actually a lot of telling. I guess that's okay for novel. Here's right. Right now we're attuned to the sounds of branch. Behind his attentiveness, there was the ringing words of the newscaster Robert. Let's call him Robert. Kept repeating the same over again. How will survive this new world order? Repent. Let's see, social change. Yeah, let's do social change. That'll be nice. No, maybe this is a bit bad. Little whisper. When you think new world order, I think it like an impromptu change in how society works, because yeah. Could be considered a crisis. Global health crisis. Governments are struggling to keep up. Okay, let's change radio DJ to let's change newscaster to radio DJ. Managing. To the point. Yeah, no problem. When you change it to something like global health crisis, I guess it will work as well. No problem. You're bad in English. I guess this can help you, because when I think about writing, right, I'm a bit, well, I guess you can say I'm a bit. I intend for these things to like see how to, get along with the writing as well, and basically, yeah, you will be able to see how all the words work and whatnot. You get this like an impromptu. A strand of white hair fell down. disturbed his vision for a brief moment, causing him to hasten, slowly flick away. He tried to distracted long enough to accidentally step on an olden up log. Redwood log. Let's call it redwood. As his boots touch down on its brittle surface, he swallowed the buck ahead of him is too engrossed in eating. He had enough over his body to prevent him from going straight through the log, but just as he quietly maneuvered his way around obstacle. Yeah, this is gonna be a bit strange because I'm trying to build up for something, but I'm not so sure. So let's see. So like, I tried to do more show and tell. So you can see here, I hate that old geezer, and he whispered. So a strand of white hair, and white hair is usually just like how old people are. Some old people have normal brown hair, but usually their hair will go white. So this is to say that yeah, he's a bit self-aware. He's a bit self-aware. Self-aware, yeah, self-aware would be the word. Mm. His gaze slowly tucked his hand downwards to the rifle's inched his fingers towards the trigger of his rifle. Yeah, that'd be interesting. Triggers of his rifle. Bottom of the gun. At this range, about 3. At this range, knew any shot would fly through at maximum power. It was just a matter of setting his resolve long enough to glance over where the heart would be in the butt. fog. Scoop. Okay, apologies. There was a whisper from something else in the background. Just wanted some ambient noises. I thought it'd be fun just to have like, just to have this. Took a deep Titan. As if the buck. Oh yeah, that whispering is actually getting pretty loud. Way a bit too long. Something in the woods broke. Either a log, like the one that Miller stood by, or branch from one of our ring redwood in the forest. No matter the source, it served only to throw both of these living things into momentary disarray. The woods frequently, definitely. Even in the winter. Miller, being a guide, he knew this well, but he couldn't help but be startled by what seemed. At that moment, the deer also got startled. So yeah, basically. It was just a split second of his attention, but it was long enough for the buck to get being stalked by him. There was a rushing of wind and an orchestra of stampeding of panicked hoof. Stamping on the damp ground in the that swelled, that touched his face. So yeah, basically it's just me using sensory language, I guess. Let me see, I'm just thinking about something now. Basically, you take the deer, you're hunting the deer, then it gets interrupted. Okay. So it's like being stalked by something. Can't. The best part about the paranoia is that you can't tell whether some buried some repressed frustration, peaceful, and immediately pulled the trigger on his rifle. Soon as the iron barrel touched the head of the buck, the loudest bang for the first time. I don't know, you see. End of the barrel touched the head of the buck. One of the loudest. That sounded one of the loudest booms the forest would make today. As the smoke cleared, Miller lowered his rifle and saw the shadow the buck take off into the darkness. Himself and held his rifle by the scope. In his mind, he could not help but coming out. Well, the way out here was a mistake. Oh yeah. Not only was his twitchy attitude been prevalent even after hiking. Disturbance are, I don't know, he said had his head his light. I'm not sure though. I don't know how to exactly describe this. It's like his light I don't know, his easy temper, his paper thin temper. There we go. Let's see. Wipe the sweat off his face. He waddled around and gently landed himself on the log he was just standing. Suddenly he was back with his truck, trying to urgently jumpstart after severely cold night. Yeah, it was like frustration already. Hmm. Yeah, I guess that will work. Hmm. Yeah, that will work. Paper tin temper. Okay, if I want to get thinking, I need to play my harmonica. Sorry, Soto. I just need to do it. In darkened, looking absolute, kicking the fender. Yeah, no problem. This is like a new harmonica, so I might play this more in the future because I found it fun. You know, I found it fun to just yeah, I just found it fun to play. So yeah, I might practice it in the future and get more. So I'm not as good as Cali or whatnot with their kazoo and what, because I've not spent time playing instruments. So yeah. Feeling the shocks of pain that traveled through his feet after he had kicked the bumper. Yeah. Cali's already a pro, yeah, I know, right? Okay, so in the future that'll be a goal. Play harmonica on live stream and be much more enthusiastic about it, I guess. I really like playing it. 3 his leg. His leg. If he had kicked. It wasn't enough that he lost sleep. Had to spend time trying jumpstart. Content with bad. But now he had lost the buck to some idiot wandering around in the darkness of the forest. Whether it was man or okay, this music is going a bit creepy already at this point. Okay, never mind. Okay. The music has stopped being creepy. I did not know it'd be weird. Alright, whether it was man, animal, there's some. Yes, he did not. Again, the forest came to a light. Another loud crack. Loud crunch. This time, somewhat closer. Miller paid it. Yay. Paid it no heat. Too stuck in his own head. True. His fraud. He chalked his mind, chalked it up to a rogue bear, to one of the local bears roaming the woods. He had given them all names and made sure he respected theirs. He was still wild animal. One of them could have easily just stepped out of hibernation for whatever. The buck. He wasn't sure at all. But he was sure that he could care. It wasn't human. Right? No risk of spreading on his on the yeah, thumping his chest. There was another sound, a loud bellow. Long bellow that I don't know how you say it. It's like pop, 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 pop. It kind of like stuck. That was let's see. Yeah, time is like 1 hour already actually. Let me just see here. Just need to keep track of things going on. Oh yeah, 1,000 words. Rather strangely, it definitely wasn't the sound of any bear he heard of. That pierced the air and reverberated strangely. Which caused him to stand survey the environment. So it's like this guy is trained, right? So yeah. So the dog is just barking. Ooh, that's not good, is it? Dog bark a lot. Bark bark. Well, that's playing the saxophone. B. Let me see. Grip. This rifle. Hey. Tighter when he was something, but he never used it until there was The dog is getting scared by the saxophone. He gets scared by loud. Until there was another sound. Now this one he knew well, for it was the sound of the buck being attacked. It was brief, sickening, and it was clearly in pain. It was clear. A whine of agony. Punctuated by sudden, helpless gurgling, and then it stopped. What the hell? Sudden as the horrid sounds came, it disappeared. Was it another hunter? And breaking branches. His mind wandered. His mind but to accept that it probably wasn't. There was no gunshot. No hollering of his fellow hunters. It was just silence from there on out, which caused him to search for his way back to the truck. He had left some markers out in the field many years ago, and was fortunate that the buck was grazing near one of these. Seeing a bright yellow foil around the stake, he hurried himself over and followed the trail down east, where the forest opened up. All this time, Miller coughed and coughed, not being able to control his nerves as his sickness flared up. Yeah, I guess that works. Let's see. I guess that works. Okay, we're nearing the end. Even as he had to spit. He had to spit out what was in his throat, and his forehead clean of sweat. His rifle poked the air of the cold Canadian. Threatening anything that got too uncomfortably close to him, with the promise of 4 rounds rapid death. I'll do anything to ease his nerves. Okay, so yeah, see its nerve is there. So like a broken church organ. In fact, the bellow came back to his mind and made him recall the local legends of this place. They were just myths, but it was good to pay them heed to prevent some unneeded stress. Of them Wendy's. Another bellow, this time much higher pitched and very much closer, as if the thing that attacked the buck simply killed it for a sport and left its corpse where it fell. Miller couldn't help but increase his pace into a sprint. Mine on overdrive. Between panting and coughs, heavier coughs, he ran back to the forest entrance, hearing more shrill bellow behind him and breaking forage. His time spent cooped up in his house suddenly a relief convoy from the city. and the sheer frustration of today made him stop short of the last few markers before the forest entrance and yelled out loud into the darkness. Hey! Yeah, have fun. It's like writing stuff is actually interesting because you get to learn new words as well. So yeah. So I'm happy that you are just learning new words along the way because yeah. The woods suddenly listened to him. The woods felt as though it was be courteous of his rage. And even the wind sound whispered to his ear as he stood. Checked his ammo. He had more than enough to kill a few men or two large. Wendigo wouldn't be too much of a problem. He didn't know there were lots of things he knew didn't care at this exact moment. In the corner of his eye, the darkness was the darkness moved. He trained his rifle towards the shadow and watched as it grew taller than his teacher. It reached the half point of one of the wood giants and populated and stopped, now moving towards him. Had the hit. It took him a while to recognize his and immediately knew he wasn't dealing with an apparition. This was a genuine Wendigo. Wendigo no soap opera, but one straight out of peek out and step back, slowly inching towards. Its skull peered out of darkness, empty eye sockets staring, looking this way. Slowly, now slowly striding towards him. Complete with horrifying bony part. Claws dripped with blood. Dripped with fresh blood. Some entrails stuck to them. Gesture. But the face exposed itself, dissuaded him of thinking about anything else. Okay, almost the end, almost the end. The toothy filled. The Wendigo emerged from the trees and towered over Snow. Curiously stared him down. It made no sudden movements to attack. Both Miller and the weapon he carried. The hunter guide slid backwards. How fast it could cover ground, he had no way of returning to the truck in one piece. Instead, he chose to be defiant, shaking his gun at him as if it would run off the supernatural thing. His blue eyes met its empty sockets, for a minute, half a minute, until it's more open up. Out came not a bellow, but a raspy, ancient voice. That did not sound hungry. In fact, it sounded like it was afraid. The small, tiny creature in front of him with horrific bone crunching noises. Like I don't know how they put it. It's like when a skull opens up, sometimes you can hear like wood cracking, yeah, something like that. Not a bellow, but a graspy, ancient voice. Yeah, it's a bit strange, isn't it, the grammar? Yeah. Took a second to process its word, and then pointed to himself with a free hand. It seemed to be hospitable for the moment. Better to make use of this opportunity. You, the Wendigo growled, backing away slightly. Miller's mind posted thought of this confrontation as a standoff of sorts. There was something strange about this. Diseased. When So yeah, I guess the theme I was going for is that the Wendigo is scared of something like Corona, because even if it doesn't spread to them, it was more like supernatural, contending with something as scary as human nature. Perched, broken. Yeah, I didn't say anything about Corona. I just called it. Sorry, I meant to say it was a pandemic, but it's something similar to Corona. It hit him like a truck on a freeway. Wendigo killed the fuck. Yes. But now, yeah, I can say it may mean because the Wendigo eats flesh, right? And flesh is can pass on diseases. So yes. The thing was scared. The thing was scared. But you are broken. So yeah, it eats human flesh, I guess. It kills bugs for sport. Broken flesh like that. See pain. ROA. The Wendigo drone. Broken flesh breaks. His mind flash back. Maybe he didn't sound so preachy when he started bringing up the. No, let's not bring up Kudos. Kudos is gonna be like random. Wendigo. Contemplative. It stood there for a moment and then responded. These that can that can be a promise. Perhaps. Something like that. Dark. We are but we're dying. We're a dying thing. And he was now even more closer to the opening of the forest. Well, I guess that's almost it, lah. Again. Man's disease. I'm gonna think of. I'm just gonna think of something. Something. It's just gonna be some random wood that I made up. It spells the end for the forest. Okay. Never come back. Rain goes creaking, bones hurried back, limbs carried it back into darkness of the forest. Miller was puzzled as to its strange conversation, but realized wondering why would something of that stature would be appalled by his little sickness. It was just coughing so far. Why would? As he went back to the car, as quickly as the being left him, Miller returned to his car, keeping his rifle in the boot. He suddenly lost control of his cough and couldn't help but spend half a minute coughing, expelling blood from within. It was only then did he realize that he was no longer spitting out phlegm, but there was blood in his spit. I don't know how to say about discharge in his saliva. He looked at the forest floor and put his hand on his waist. By what he was. The nearest. It was time for him to make the trip. Out blood on the floor. Yeah, that would make simpler. He had nary an idea of severe disease symptoms. Well, I don't know how to spell this. Oh, there it is. Symptom. But knew instinctively that his body wasn't supposed to do that. Something else was burning up inside of him, and it was that feeling that finally spurred him to use. He looked at the clock. The timer. He looked at the watch hanging in his car. It and the nearest hospital was about 2 hours away. Time for an emergency checkup. Okay, there you go. That's it. I guess that's interesting. Working on a horror story that wasn't like being killed by a Wendigo. So let's look for top 7 pages. I guess it's good, but I think like towards the end I kind of lost focus because I wasn't sure how to keep going. So yeah, let's look at this back, and then after that we can end the stream. There's very minimum. There's like minimum dialogue in the beginning, and then after that, at the end, it was like quite a few dialogues because the Wendigo was realizing that this guy was seriously sick. So yeah, the true horror is that the man's disease is so bad that even something as bloodthirsty as the Wendigo did not want to eat his flesh. So, and then it turned. Thought it was just screwing around. So the cough was scary, but no, it turns out dude was actually really just sick enough to cough out blood and whatnot. And then there's like a burning fever inside him. And then that's it. Time for emergency checkup. So I guess yeah, that's it for today. Let's just move back to the ending stream. I hope you like the story that I set up because this is a bit strange, I guess. Like working on like the field of what's it called, a wheel of fate kind of thing, and having to finish his story up. It feels kind of good. It's a self-contained thing that I decided to do, and I hope that you enjoyed it, Shoto, because it's a completely new experience, I guess you can say it. And I appreciated your advice, actually. Really appreciate your advice because it was not easy trying to think of something horror based. I do understand horror, but I don't know how to write it at all. I have no idea on the concept of tension and whatnot. Yeah, no problem. For anyone else tuning in, I hope this stream was good for y'all. My writing skills is a bit rusty, and yeah, sorry if it feels kind of scuffed because I wanted to get my reactive picture working, but it wasn't doing much for me. And yeah, you'll probably see the wheel again in the future with another tiebreaker. And honestly, I think the wheel is fun because yeah, you get to get a wild card. I don't even know what I was gonna pick. If I had to pick a romance story, it would have gone a lot more differently. Anyway, I guess that's it for me today. So for next week, I will let you guys know on what's happening so you can catch up my stream. And excitingly enough, that might be something cool happening. So keep an eye out for my Twitter on top left. And thanks for everyone for joining me. So glory be a day. And I'll just catch you all later.